Okay, here we have that battery that I pulled out of that old truck, and I popped the caps off, and as you can see, the acid is still up to level, but I mean the battery sat for a really long time, and I tried to charge it and it wouldn't charge, so we're going to try to do the Epsom salt deal on it and see if that'll work. Desulfate the battery, I guess it's called. So anyway, let's go ahead and pour this out. You want to be careful not to get this on your hands or your clothes. There's battery acid. Probably can't see it like I can, but looking in here, there's a fair amount of corrosion built up. So it's kind of what happens when a battery sits. So we'll go ahead and add our salt solution and see if it'll clean it up. But anyway, that's where we are as of now. Alright, so here we have our Epsom salt solution, and I have 2 more containers. It should take about 4 of these, but I have about 30 to 40% of this Epsom salt dissolved in here, so quite a darn bit. As you can see, it's real cloudy. So the idea with this stuff is you put it in, you put the battery on really low trickle charge for like 3 to 4 or 5 days, and if it charges back up, then you know it worked. And again, you only do this with batteries that won't charge. So it's kind of like a really interesting thing, because this, you could grab a battery that has been sitting around for 20 years, like this truck's been sitting out there. I talked to someone the other day for, about 10 years. They've just kind of moved it around with the forklift, so I guess pulled it around, they didn't lift it up. But anyway, so it'll be a good test to see if this works on this battery here. So, there's no real exact science to it, just fill one cell, move to the next. So we'll probably add some more of this at some point. I'm just going to fill them all the way up to the top. I feel like that can't hurt anything. So like I said, you're not supposed to leave this stuff in after you do this. That's not the point of it. That's kind of what a lot of people do. I saw online. So after I did my own research, I found that's not quite correct. But anyway, we'll just try and get it charged up. We'll try and light the truck off with this solution, see what happens. So I'm gonna get doing this. We'll slap it on a trickle charge at 2 amp, and we'll just have to see. Alright, so we've had our battery on our charger for a couple of days now. It took about a day for it to actually start accepting a charge, but now it's doing good. And again, you want to run it on trickle charge, so we've been sitting at 2 amp. These chargers that are old, like this is some charger from the 70s or something that has a 6-volt option, these are really the best ones to use, because they overcharge the battery. They're not smart chargers, so they'll just keep putting charge to the battery until you disconnect it. And you really want to overcharge these batteries to get the whole desulfating action going on. At least that's my understanding of it. But anyway, it's doing pretty good. Obviously I have the battery outside here so that if anything were to happen, it would blow up, nothing would go wrong. And I left the caps a little popped because it's going to get hot and the water is going to expand, and I can see that some did indeed run out. So anyway, I'm going to hook up our meter here, and we're going to see just what it's sitting at. But I've already checked it, so I know we're pretty good. In the beginning, it had like, when I hooked it to the charger, it literally had like, there's no voltage like whatsoever. I couldn't even get a reading. So this is pretty impressive. So anyway, I'm going to get this all hooked up and we'll take a look. Alright, so here we have our battery, and it's charging pretty good. We're up to, You can see our voltage there. We're well over 12 volts, so I think today I'm going to try and put it in that old truck out there and then see if the truck itself will crank over. But as far as this goes, I think we brought the battery back well enough to try and use it. So anyway, that's pretty impressive. So I guess if it's the end of the world and you're left on your own for years and years, I guess you can use old batteries this way. So it's pretty impressive. Anyway, we're going to get everything unhooked, unplugged, get these pushed back down. We'll take it out to the truck and see if we can light her off. So anyway, there you have it.